Back in the 90s, cracked the AOL code, texting turned gold, now the stories unfold. From dial-up dreams to LinkedIn kings, he taught the world how to build through strings. It's the Max method, no guessing, just growth. 4 steps deep, he's coached them both. Top earners, big burners, trainers and pros. Max lit the fire, now everyone knows. Started with a spark, now the blueprint's live. Thousands trained and they multiply. From Facebook chats to LinkedIn leads, he plants the seeds, then watches them succeed. Mentor to coach is the guide for the great. Author, speaker, shaping fate. You don't just follow Max, you duplicate. That's how legends elevate. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Call him the father, the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Call him the father, the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to our Thursday morning live broadcast. Now, so many things have changed on Facebook and LinkedIn. I could probably devote 2 hours to going over everything. But one thing hasn't changed. And it hasn't changed going all the way back to 1996. And that is how you talk to people on a social network. And so my good friend John Stetler has some conversations he needs a little help with. So I'm going to jump over there. And on a daily basis, your daily method of operation on LinkedIn should be first to check to see who's joined your network. And then who you have to talk to. So I'm going to log out of my account. Jump into John's account. Okay. And let me unmute John.
Good morning, Max.
Hey, good morning, John. Good morning. Okay. So let me just we'll jump in and take a look at who you're talking to, but let me just kind of remind you, all of you that are watching, what the process should be. Because people keep asking me all the time, how do you keep track of all this stuff? Do I need a spreadsheet? So notice up here, John's got some people that have either joined his network. So we click on that. So he's got invitations here of people that want to join the network. But if we go over here first to your connections, these are people, this person joined today. And so initially, what you're going to do, let's take a look at this person really quick. Creating financial streams of income. Okay. So you send her the first message. She accepted. Then you send her the second one. Now, she hasn't seen that yet, but in looking at her profile, what does she do? What does she sell? Love, daily, money. So she's been doing this for 2 months. How does she do that? Clearly, she's a network marketer. She's been doing this for 10 years. And when you look at this, selling products like this does not create residual income. So let's come. So what you're basically doing here is where the conversation now starts. Send her the first 2 messages. All right. Now, all the other conversations, everything else, first message, second message. That's all you're going to do from here. I help people make a 6-figure income in health and wellness.
She still hasn't responded.
Well,
She accepted, but didn't send a message back.
because they don't necessarily respond. Okay, you've sent a message,
All right.
just like you're sending messages to people, or you're getting requests from people. You're not going to respond to everybody.
True.
So these first 2 messages don't matter. The important thing is that she accepted the connection, and all you're doing here is you're confirming the fact that you're connected.
Okay.
We're asking her a simple question. Anybody can answer. How long have we been on LinkedIn? After this, all of your conversations are going to take place over here in the message area.
All right.
Now, as you're looking at people, let's come down here a bit.
John, I think he's one of your students.
It's been he's been a student for years. Okay, now here's Cynthia down here.
Right.
Now you can see she's online. So let's just look at her.
That's the one we just looked at.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we know she's online.
Right.
And now we're gonna start the conversation. So let's look at her profile one more time. I help people make 6-figure incomes. Okay.
All right.
So the obvious question, I'm an entrepreneur. What is she selling? So she's been doing this, good nutrition, 20 years. So she's doing this for 20 years, and she just started doing this for 2 years.
Right.
So what we're going to do, now we get over here to the message area. And we have an opportunity, if we want to keep track of her, is to go over here, star her.
Ah, okay.
Now, next, what we're going to do, we have the first message we have the second message. And the third message is where,
Motivational.
yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do, first, we're going to come down here. Now, actually, well, we're going to grab it. We're going to grab a GIF, a moving image. So I'm going to go to my download folder.
Right.
Senator Roosevelt quote, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." We send that, and that's something we send to everybody. Follow it up with, I just sent this to a good friend. I thought you'd appreciate it too. I routinely send motivational messages like these to my friends on LinkedIn. I hope you enjoy them. And now we're going to ask a question. So the question is going to be what? Now, we could do two things. She says here, I help people make a six-figure income in the health and wellness industry.
Right. And she's connected to Tom Schreider, so we assume it may be network marketing.
No.
No?
There's no assumption here.
Okay, no assumptions.
The fact that she's connected to Tom Schreider doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
You look at the other mutual connections, maybe she's read his book. You can't necessarily make an assumption. There's no reason to make assumptions. The bottom line is, if we go back here, I help people make a six-figure income. How? How do you help people make a six-figure income in the health and wellness industry? Well, we know it's network marketing. Okay.
Okay.
So if you know it's network marketing, then the obvious question that we'd want to ask her would be, come back over here. So we sent this. You always want to think ahead. What's the question you want to ask? What network marketing company are you working with? Now we could say to make a six-figure income. You send it. Now, when she answers you, we're probably going to take the star off. But just so we don't lose track, we start the appropriate people. Now, who, let's see what John has to say here.
Uh,
Okay, now, save time. John's a great guy. He's been in his company, like he says here. He's been with Melaleuca since 1996. Okay.
Probably not a prospect for me.
And not probably.
Definitely not.
Not probably. He's not a prospect. Okay. And so
Got it.
you don't have time. He's a great guy. He's a wonderful person, a great leader. You have to identify. So we're going to leave him unstarred.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So
Could you look at Lori for me? Scroll down. It's Lori.
this one here.
Lori, there she is. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure where to go with her.
Well, she says she's a Shaklee distributor.
Retired.
Okay. And Young Living.
Only 6 months.
Okay. Okay. Now, the primary thing when you're talking to people that you want to know is what do they do?
Right.
Okay. So she's telling you here, well, she was in Tastefully Simple for a month.
Yeah.
Marketing. Then she goes into Shaklee, 2022. Now, according to this, she got into Shaklee back in 2006.
Right.
So 16, she's been with him for 15 years. And now she's with Young Living.
Right.
Okay. So now we go back to the message. Okay, you sent her the first message.
All right.
So she wrote back right away, which indicates she's what we call an eager socializer. How long have you been on LinkedIn? Okay, now, what's your motive in asking why is it working for you? How is it working for me? Why am I asking? So your answer would be, I find the best way to learn about people is to ask questions. Now, I've been on LinkedIn for years, but have only recently hold on a second.
Sure. Yeah. You can come up real fast.
Well, that was good news. That was my doctor calling me they sent me out for x-rays on Monday.
Good news.
Well, yeah, I see. Well, considering,
Yay.
yeah, well, it's good news that, I have a mild case of bronchitis.
Okay.
So they've got the proper medicine. So I'm getting better. He says as he coughs into the microphone. Okay, so anyway, what we're doing here is,
But see, then she likes making friends, but likes face to face.
okay, so basically what you have here is she's a talker. Okay, she's a talker. And so let's see.
She didn't get support.
But that's the issue.
Yep.
That's the issue with most people.
Right. But she thinks she needs somebody local.
Right. Okay. So,
And that's the fallacy.
okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going
Send her that.
then, and the thing is, you do this with everybody.
Okay.
Because what this does is, even though she's given you so much to work with, you want to control the conversation. So now we send this, and now, of course,
The question.
we want to ask a question. Okay, so now, okay, so here we have this is going to be, this is basically textbook. So um let me come back over here to the scripts. And so okay. So now Now, there's another question we want to ask. Okay, and she's in Young Living. So she's been in it for 6 months and she's doing it part-time. Okay.
This is right out of the script book. Got it. Yeah, I'm on with Max. I'll call you back.
But neither do you have to do home parties. Or we're gonna add one other thing.
Easy to do. There's the local.
Exactly.
Got it.
So with all of these, you have to take the scripts and you
Yeah.
have to modify them to
Yep,
that you're talking to,
got it.
their situation. Now,
Good question.
um,
Hmm.
well, the question is gonna be, well, there's two things. One question,
What? Oh, I didn't think of that one.
okay?
Okay,
Now, we only want to ask one question,
right.
but we still have some other things to say. be successful in network marketing, somebody requires three things. One, have to be passionate about the company.
Okay.
Second, you have to be working with someone that is very successful in the business. Train your team. The company that you work with must have great online tools to help you build your business. Now, um, I'm going to take this out because this is about you.
Correct.
So she was in the company before, but she didn't have no. She was passionate about it, but she didn't have number two,
Right.
and she didn't have number three. So first, so what we're going to do is we're going to send this. Okay.
Okay.
Now we're going to come up here.
Start.
We're going to start.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Now when she comes back, so what do we want to know? First, we want to know what did she do before she got into network marketing, because she could still be doing it.
True.
Second, because she just, what prompted her to get into Young Living, and how's her business going? She's been doing this for 6 months.
Correct.
Right? So those are the questions that you want to ask. And she's only got 6 months invested in the business, so it doesn't mean she couldn't be open to looking at something else. It depends on how did she find out? The question is going to be, how did you find out about Young Living? Okay.
Okay.
Because, what kind of help is she getting?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's next? You got another one?
I do. There's an executive guy. Scroll down.
Stay away from him. Now, typically, while you're going through this, the things that you want to look for, if you're trying to decide who do I want to look at to talk to, you look at the people that have obviously the open to work,
Right.
but the other ones, the people that are online, the ones with the donuts.
Oh, that's true. Keep going.
See, all of these people.
How could I? I'm reaching out to a lot of people, Max.
That's the way you do it. Do you remember his name?
I don't remember his name and I don't see him. Go back all the way up to the top.
Okay, well, Warren Chambers is a network marketer in another company, so don't
Yeah,
waste.
I know. Warren and I are old friends. We were both in another company together. Uh, Vadim. Now here's a guy that sent me his resume, and he's got all the skills to build a network marketing business.
Okay. So
Yeah, he's executive level.
he's been looking for a job
Correct.
since September, 10 months. Okay. So he worked for this company for 5 years. Another company for 5 years.
Yeah, look at that. Sales leadership, sales manager. He's really focused on software. And maybe I don't have anywhere to go with him.
Well, okay. This is your aha moment for today.
Yeah.
Send the first message.
Right.
He answered you. Now you always want to make sure the image goes first.
Okay. So send the image first, then a separate message.
Right. Right.
Got it.
So now so this is the wrong question. When you send this message, you want to have an end result, a question in mind. So here is on LinkedIn. You look at what he's doing now, and he said he's in transition.
Right.
And it says here he's enjoying his new career as an NED board advisor. Now, She's been taken off for 10 months.
Right.
Question, when you send that motivating message, you want to make it easy for them to answer. The best question to have asked is, why did you leave GitLab after working there for 5 years?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
That's an easy question for him to answer.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep.
Now, let's come back. So here, this is about you.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about you. Okay, okay. What did you like? Software.
He asked me, what do I do? Yeah.
Well, right. No. No.
No.
When somebody asks what you do, I don't think, didn't we come up with something?
Well, there's some things in the script book, yes.
No. When you and I were working together, I told you, when you ask somebody, what do? They come back, 85% of them come back and ask you,
What do I do?
you do. Didn't we do that?
No, we didn't do that.
Okay.
We talked about it, but we didn't never
Okay. All right.
develop the script.
Basically, okay, so what we have to do is we have to basically come up with a response. We're not going to do it here. We'll do it in a private session.
Okay.
Okay, but what should have been said was, two lines that, I have an internet business. Yeah, I have an internet business that's keeping me busy.
Gotcha.
Okay, without all this other stuff.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, now, have you ever thought about building passive income outside of a job in software sales? That's a manipulative question.
Okay.
Because it's coming out of the blue, and it can also be answered with a yes or a no.
That's true.
So you'd be better off saying,
Wrong question.
well, it's not only the wrong question, it's stated the wrong way.
Okay.
So the correct way to have done it would be to have said, many of the professionals that I work with on LinkedIn that have your level of experience in IT, management, sales training, etc., have started new careers in other areas. What do you know about the network marketing business model?
That would have been a much better question. Yeah.
But let's come down here. So he says that's not at all specific. So he says, he's telling me right now, I do not have to work and have passive income streams.
All right.
All right. So now, what's the question?
I have no idea, Max.
Okay.
I don't know where to go with him.
Okay. Remember, we ask open-ended questions.
Right.
Start with the words who, what, when, where, how, and why.
Okay.
So I do not have to work and have passive income streams. Well, why don't you have to work? Well, he answered, I have passive income stream. How is it you don't have to work? What are your passive income streams? So you could come down here. If you wanted to continue, if you wanted to continue, But again, what's the point? There are so many other people out here.
That's my thinking. Find a better prospect.
Well, you've got other better prospects here. I can just scroll down here
Oh,
to
I've
get
got so many.
right. So, but again, you'll get to this faster. So at least we've identified the areas that you need to polish up. We need to have a short 2-line answer as far as what do you do
Okay.
to make them curious. And the other thing, when somebody says, why are you asking me these questions? That stuff's in the book.
Yeah, that's in the book.
Okay, so again, we're not gonna star him.
Nope.
He will fall to the wayside. But coming down here, just look. Okay, now this is somebody that you send an attachment to. So let's take a look at her really quick. Okay, now if this is somebody that you think is a prospect, okay, now when we're talking to someone in fitness, there are either going to be people that have a need, or there are going to be people that don't have a need, but based on what they do, like people in fitness are always looking for extra streams of income. So
Correct.
she would fall into that category. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here.
Star her.
You can star her.
Got it.
So yeah, great to be connected. You look at their profile. Look for his next opportunity. He's in customer service. Well, of course, the question is, what has he been doing for the last 5 years?
Yep.
Okay. So here,
Time for the motivational image.
exactly.
Got it.
And it's a process.
Okay.
So you end up at the end of the day over here. This is where you start the qualification process. And then you end up spending all your time over here with these people. This is where you're gonna have dozens and dozens of people.
How did you get start? I see it up at the top. Got it.
Like easier incoming ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Then as you star them, they'll end up over here.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you, Max. This has been really helpful.
Yeah. And so for all of you, LinkedIn is without question the best resource for building your business. And let me put in the chat. Let me stop here. Come back over here. Okay, so what I'm going to put in the chat. Let me pull these up.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Now what I'm doing here is I'm putting in the chat. Let me go back. Okay. We have opened up registration for our 90-day boot camp challenge. And for those of you that are old students or considering becoming a student, this is actually the best training package because it's going to give you participation in 3 boot camps, July, August, and September, profile guide, scripts book, and when you use the promo code retreat, it'll drop the price to $139. 3 boot camps, the anthology scripts book. Remember, we have a different scripts book for each boot camp. How network marketers catch whales. Access to my mastermind series. It breaks down to $1.55 a day. Our July boot camp has been expanded to 5 sessions. The extra session is all about the daily routine of top earners. Go to maxlineguard.com/bootcamp, use the promo code BEST DEAL. You can register for $79. Again, it's got the extra session, daily routine of top earners that'll take you to the top, how to develop the mindset of $1 million top earner, and the 10 important lessons from Think and Grow Rich. At the end of the August boot camp, I'm holding my summer retreat. Now, every boot camp is different. Every retreat is different. And over the last 4 months, many of the companies that I've worked with for 18 years, 19 years, have either gone out of business, switched over to affiliate marketing, and we have a whole new series of scripts and strategies to recruit these people and bring them into your business. So you can go to maxlineguard.com/retreat. I sent you a promo code to register for $197. But I also have a special promotion, which under normal circumstances, actually, this is better. Jump into the July boot camp and the retreat and use the promo code BEST DEAL. It's for $139. We have another promo. I did this for Father's Day. The other deal would be the boot camp and the retreat for $197. So basically, you're getting boot camp and the retreat for an extra $2. So I sent you all the links for this. I will be back at 4 o'clock this afternoon. I'm here to help all of you take your business to a whole new level. So you see, you can register for the retreat for $197, boot camp plus the retreat for $199. The promo code is Go Big Fast.